You know, I should probably put a voiceover here for our sponsor. Nah, you can read.
It's time.
That's up, guys. I'm here with the winner from today, Vagner Rocha of Combat Jiu Jitsu. Does it feel nice holding this title, first of all, sir?
Yeah, I've been saying this all night. Third time's a charm. It's the third time I've been to a final, and I said, man, there's no way that I'm going to walk out of here tonight without this, you know?
Yeah.
So mindset was to go in there and implement my style, and I knew that the format of combat jiu-jitsu just fits my game anyways, you know?
I mean, to be fair, you are somebody who, no matter the format, you do tend to thrive. You do a very good job. You play the rules to the T, and the nicest part about tonight, and I want to start here, you and Jason Hayden, I've never seen this happen before, but there were a lot of firsts that you had, but the slap to release a little bit of the arm to break that, I was like, oh, why aren't we doing that more? Because I know you might like kind of gently move it. There might be a little gentle strike, but there's not really a gentle strike with you that I'm aware of.
No, I land everything flush. Even when I'm grappling, there's been matches where people are like, what is he doing? Why is he doing that? My game is rough, you know. So, and I feel like jiu-jitsu has lost a little bit of that essence, you know. And it used to be rough, and now it's not. You know, it's people are like, oh, it's a gentle art. It's gentle in comparison to Muay Thai, where people are kneeing and elbowing each other in the face. Yeah, it's gentle. It shouldn't be gentle, though, because if you're trying to defend yourself and you're in a fight, it needs to be rough, you know, and you need to disturb the person's, you know, equilibrium to try to finish them. So, I mean, there's, of course, you know, sport jiu-jitsu, there's other ways to do it, but I feel like I apply that well, and again, you saw it tonight. It fits my style.
Speaking of which, speaking of being rough, that final, I just at the very end. The first.
I feel bad for Nate. I like the 10 Planet guys have embraced me and take me.
I do not see a light on.
The 10 Planet guys have embraced me, and they really like me, and I know I felt bad. You know, Nate's a great guy, and last thing I want to do is hurt anybody. You know, and honestly, I'm trying to win, but I'm not trying to be, you know, ending anybody's, hurt anybody. You know what I mean? That's the long story short. A lot of people ask me like, oh, do you want to finish fights with, you know, with the hitting and the TKO? And I was like, honestly, man, I'd rather get the tap. You know, I got the tap on the two previous matches, and I would have been happy getting the tap on the third match, but I had mount on Nathan the previous time at EBI, and I couldn't do anything. And I said, you know what, I'm going to have to make him open up. And when I started to hit him, and I hit him a couple of times, the referee started warning him, and I was like, oh, all right, just keep hitting him. You know, like, even if it's not landing flush, just keep nailing him. He's gonna stop this, and it is what it is, you know.
Were you surprised that it was going to be stopped like that?
No, because I asked earlier, I said, how many strikes do I have to land on somebody that's undefensive before you stop it? He goes, I have to see that they're in danger. And so I felt like after the first couple good, like, palm down the middle, that his eyes kind of opened up and he was hurt. And I could tell, you know, like, I have, like, gigantic hands for a guy my size. I have, like, seriously, every guy I've ever measured hands with are like 6'4" and above. So I have like lunchbox hands. So they, you know, when I hit it, and even in my MMA fights, when I've landed in good position, it's just a rough night for anybody, you know.
And I talked with Nate after the last EBI. He had nothing but praise for you. He said the following, and I want to get your reaction to it, which was, you know, a lot of people call these things matches. He goes, me and Vagner, that was a fight. Yeah. And I thrive off of that. I live off of that. Yeah, is that how you feel? Do you feel the same way?
We had a conversation afterwards, him, PJ, and these guys, like I said, they're just great guys, man. And I feel like we have a connection. I have a connection with these guys from Eddie's school because they're savages, man. Yeah. You know, when you're a savage, you connect with savages. Yeah. You know, real recognizes real, right? Isn't that what they say? Yeah. So I really feel like, like I said, I didn't like the feeling of the win, but, you know, I like the feeling right now. Like, I like the fact that I won, and I hope Nate's okay, you know, and I feel the same way about him. Every time he's there, I mean, he's amazing, you know?
Yeah. No, you guys are, I mean, we'll watch you guys have matches forever. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like we had fight of the night at that last EBI.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. You guys were definitely one of the highlights of that big match. And like I said, you guys continuously put on great matches. I want to understand this. Tell me who and how got you to this place. Who helped you get here, and what was that preparation like?
My school, you know, I train a lot at my team, and also, you know, Fight Sports, which is my home. You know, that's where I you know, it's where I go to learn. That's where I'm being taught. That's where I'm being, you know, explained how to, you know, translate and make new things happen. Fight Sports, Cyborg, Coach Manuel, Marcel, who was here at the last EBI we interviewed together. He's one of my main guys that
good soul too. By the way,
he called me like when Bruce was announcing we are live, I was on the phone with him and he's telling me like, Vagner, do this and do that, and he was like, he knows, what I'm capable of doing, and the guys at Fight Sports, they know what I'm capable of doing. And again, I relate back to my school, because if it wasn't for them supporting me and being, on my corner and always trying to help me get to these things, I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't be where I am today. So everybody, all my family, I love you guys, and thank you. This right here, this is it,
I want to ask this too, because the last time we interviewed, you were making a note for ADCC. You were like, ADCC, you should consider me.
Right?
And then
did I need to make a note? Was I right or wrong?
You were pretty right. So I want to ask you about future plans, but it seemed like
they made me go do the trials again, and I won the trials again for the third time, 4-time finalist trials. I hope I never do this again, right? Which was awesome. That trials was amazing. 97 competitors. I took gold, and I got to beat some guys that I was dying to beat. And then I went to the worlds, ADCC Worlds, and placed third. I got a win over two guys that I really wanted to get a win over, DJ Jackson and Gary Tonin, which are freaking superstars in their own right. And, I got a bronze medal. I made the podium that I always wanted, even though I feel like I should have been in the finals with JT Torres. It is what it is. I'm just happy to be part of jiu-jitsu and to be in history, to make history. I'm making history today.
Those are great matches. I mean, you with any of those guys, again, we'll see them. Much like you and Nate.
The thin line that separates the best guys is so small. It's like it's a hair, Yeah. You've seen Lucas Lepre beat Jay Torres several times, and then you see JT come out there and beat Lucas. And I never faced Lucas, and because we're always fighting different events, and it was just a great feeling, to be part of such high level.
I mean, if anybody's paying attention, I think we just made several super fights. So if you guys are really smart, you'd make those super fights for him.
Yeah,
right now.
man. I'm all about it. I have like for example, like the last EBI that was here, Craig Jones. Freaking Craig Jones, man. Look who Craig Jones is. He's a man. And Craig will tell you himself, the day before ADCC, I looked him in the eyes and I told him, Craig, we fought in EBI and you're amazing. You have Leandro Lowe first match. If you go after him, you will tap him. I swear to God, I said this. I swear on my kids' lives. He looked at me and goes, you think, Vagner? I said, I am 100% sure. He came back after the match, and he looks at me, and he puts his arms out, and he's like, you told me. I'm like, I told you. I know. I was like, keep doing what you're doing, man. You got another match in front of you. You got to win that one. And he's like, all right. And I saw in his eyes that he was inspired by my words, and I'm like, man, that's a good feeling, like these are the sub-only guys that are doing that stuff,
This is so great. I love hearing all this backstage, behind-the-scenes stuff, because there is a camaraderie between you guys. You guys fight hard. You go out there. You guys give us so much, and as fans, whenever we see your matches, it's always evident. Yes. Whether it's going to be a 2-hour overtime war at an EBI, or if it's going to be a 6-minute short spurt of time at, say, an ADCC, you're always giving us so much stuff. Well, the reason I ask is the last time you had desire, you want it, you put it out there, it happened. What can I ask is going to come up next for you, and what can we put out there in the ether, because it happened last time?
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking there's a tournament towards the end of the year. I'm not going to announce it. It's a big tournament. It's a very big one. Maybe I'm going to it. It's a no-gi one. I'm not going to say what's the name of it, because I don't like the direction they take jiu-jitsu in, but it's a very big title. So I might go there and win that one.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see how my hand feels in a week or so. And I got the funds. I made it tonight. So I think I might be there. I might not. Who knows? I got to talk to the boss. She's outside,
Absolutely. And before we go, what are you doing with that money? Because, I mean, that's some nice money. We in jiu-jitsu.
I'm investing that back in jiu-jitsu. I promise you that. Promise you that. And that money's going in my future dream. So I'm not going to announce that either, because my wife says I talk too much. So it's in the direction of the future dream.
Well, I hope you do something very nice for her, because she sounds like the brains of the operation.
She is, man. If she's my rock. My last name is Rocha, and it means rock in Portuguese. She is my rock. So it is what it is,
That's a beautiful statement.
Thank you, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say congratulations. This is never an easy task to come here, win in this format, let alone in one where you're hitting people. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Keep it locked here at verbaltapcast.com for more information, you guys.